Now let us see the real power of function pointers. Function pointers are really advantageous, and that gives you an extra power to decentralize or decouple the code, some dependent code. Now here this code is inherited from our previous examples, that is the sort logic, which is used for sorting the elements, and the print, which prints the given values of the array. And I took a simple integer array here, and the size of the array is 5. I'm making a call to the sort function which sorts the given array, and then I'm making a call to the print function which prints the array. Now I believe that you already know these things, and if you are not, then I recommend you to go back to the previous examples and see how this works. Now I'll show you the current working example. So pointer adv6.c, and you got a sorted array, so that is fine. Now what if I ask you to do a sort using the descending order? So that is something that we have to think. Now when we are writing the sort logic like this is applicable for only one way of sorting, so only for ascending order sort. Now if I want to make it to a descending order sort, I have to make it less than. Now if I want to use it both ways, what should I do? Now this is how it is. Now I am slightly adjusting this sort to actually accept a simple pointer to a function that takes two integers. Now what this means is this function should be doing the comparison for us. Now instead of p, I will just say compare, or I will say custom compare. Now I will just make a call to the custom compare with the values a of I and b of j. So now give me the positive result if b of I meets your requirements. So b of I less than b of j or something like that. Give me the positive result. Now if you give me positive result, then I will say I will swap it. If you give me negative result, I won't swap it. Now this is opening an option to the caller. So somebody who is making a call to the sort should provide us the comparison logic, and based on this function we will take a call and we will swap accordingly. This is good. Now let us see how you can use it. Now you cannot simply make a call to sort with simple array and n. You need to also provide the function which is responsible for comparison. So I'm going to say ascending comparison int a comma int b, and I will say if a is greater than b, then return 1, else return 0, something of this sort. Or in other simple words, I will say return a minus b. Now I will just pass this ascending order comparison function to the sort. Now this sort will make a call to this ascending order comparison, and it simply, based on this comparison result, it simply swaps the elements. Now let us see how this works. Now you can see that the elements are arranged in ascending order. Now what I will do is I will also provide another function which does a descending order comparison, and here I will say b minus a. That simply put printf slash n. Now in the second call to the sort, I will pass descending order comparison function. Now here the custom compare is now pointing to descending order comparison, and based on that it arranges the elements in descending order. Now let us see how this works. Now you can see that the first arrangement is based on this function and the second arrangement is based on the descending order comparison function. So this is how it is. Now your sort logic didn't change, entire algorithm remains the same, except that we opened an option to the caller, somebody who is calling sort, and we asked them to provide the comparison logic. And based on their comparison logic, we are arranging the elements. And this is how you can write the flexible code. So you can write the code which is adaptable to change. So this is very important concept, and this is achievable through function pointers.